Happy Monday, everyone. Today's weather forecast for the beautiful Florida Keys area. Now, you know when the rest of the South is covered up in blizzard and snow-like conditions, it's only a matter of time before the cold front seeps a little further south and can affect us. And that is the start of where we are today. We've got some morning clouds coming our way, but then a little bit more sun in the afternoon. Our high today is 74 degrees. Our low overnight will be 60, which is the precursor to a little bit of a cold front coming through. A 10% chance of precipitation along with those clouds and a 70% humidity. Winds will be coming in from the northwest at 13 miles an hour. Visibility today is 15 miles. We also have rising atmospheric pressure. It's going from 30.0 to 30.09. Our UV index today is a 4 out of 10, so a little bit less because of the cloud cover that we're seeing, but still make sure that you're taking precautions when you're out. Today our air temperature is going to be around 74, 75 degrees, and our water temperature is down to 75 degrees, so they're going to be almost identical today. If you're heading offshore right now, you need to be prepared for waves that are reaching about 8.6 feet. So that's offshore, so just be prepared. It's a little rough out there with the swells and the winds. It's definitely not the best day to get out there on a small boat to go fishing. Sunrise this morning, 7:01 a.m., and sunset will be at 5:40 p.m. Our first low tide is at 5:37 a.m., and the next low tide is at 4:50 p.m. The first high tide will be at 12:10 p.m., and the next high tide at 11:19 p.m. All in all, we have a total of 10 hours and 39 minutes of sunshine. Let's talk about some fishing. Our tidal coefficient today is 64, so that is average. If we're looking at our solunar periods to determine our fishing activity, we have two very high periods, one from 2:46 a.m. to 4:46 a.m. and 3:11 p.m. to 5:11 p.m. Both of those are 3 fish activity on the fish scale, and then minor periods from 9:41 a.m. to 10:41 a.m. and 8:42 p.m. to 9:42 p.m. are 2 fish on the fish scale. Now, one of the other things I wanted to go ahead and remind you of as we're coming into the full moon on the 22nd. Generally, 5 days before the full moon and 5 days after the full moon is the best time to be fishing for wahoo. So only a few more days and we'll be able to start planning for that. So just wanted to put that out there so that you can begin making your plans to get offshore. And with the Gulf Stream being so close in right now, it's not even like you have to go terribly far offshore in order to see some of these bigger fish. And if you do happen to go offshore today, once you get out into the Gulf Stream, literally you're looking at 1/2 foot to 1 foot waves. So it can be rough till you get out there, but again, it's not that far off the reef. It's pretty close in. So might not be a bad way to plan your strategy if you're planning on heading out fishing today. No matter what, though, the rest of the country has woken up to varied weather from blizzards to pouring rain to a foot of snow in areas that normally don't get that much all winter long. And you've woken up in the beautiful Florida Keys. The weather's gorgeous, the people are awesome, and all in all, it's the perfect day to have a perfect day. The Florida Keys Weather and Fishing Report is brought to you by 43 Keys Media. If you want to learn more about what's going on right now in the Florida Keys and what happened in our past in the Florida Keys, head to 43keys.com. You can also get this show and others as an Alexa Flash Briefing. Just ask Alexa to enable the Florida Keys Fishing and Weather Report as your flash briefing.